Hi everyone, I'm Natalie from SewHungryHippie.com. Thanks for joining me today on our Friday Live Sesh. I have a bit of stuff to cover, including my sewable leather straps. And I have demoed these before if you'd like to look back in the live sessions or tutorials on my channel. I'm sure I do have more videos demonstrating this in full. But today I thought it would be fun, hello, to show you how I even quadrupled up this marble vinyl and sewed the strap on. So it'll be, a shorter tutorial demonstration, but at least you'll get the gist of it, and then we can talk more about it while you're here. Also, I have some things to share regarding Michelle's tutorial on YouTube, so we'll put a link to that when I get to it in the comments, Ramel. I have everything written down. We'll just go in order. Oh, hi, Bethany. Hi, thank you. I should have taken out my braces because I feel weird. Anywho, let's get to it. I have my machine here, and I have some scrap vinyl. Morning, Deidre. And what I'm going to do is just fold it over. So I don't know what I did with my marble Santorini, but here is my mint glisten Santorini bag. This is a kit. We have, I think, like 9 kits left, and then they're gone forever because I can't get this fabric anymore. Anywho, I sewed my sewable leather straps right into the seam, and I've used the heck out of this bag, and there are no problems with that at all. When you're in the pattern and you're attaching the straps, as I show you to in the pattern, you would just sew it like normal through all the layers. This is one of the reasons I take my interfacing all the way across the entire fabric and vinyls. I don't leave it out of the seam because I feel like that interfacing gives the strap something to grab to, makes it really secure. So this strap disappears right into the bag. Now you can also attach your straps in a different way. Sometimes I forget to even sew them on. Don't judge me. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Remember that song? And I add them at the very end. And so here, I just make sure to measure so that my straps are even. I take one full strap, as you can buy them in my shop like this. I fold it in half, super scientific method. Not. And I snip it in half. Okay? So now I've got 2 equal length pieces. You can check it on your cutting mat if you want to. Yep, and then, yes, this is the purse size, Gina. Yep, and I just sew them directly on here. Now, I'm not sure if we can get closer, but I'm going to take you overhead because I've received quite a few questions about whether I do an X or just straight across, and honestly, it just depends on my mood. Ramel, can you get in any further or no? So I did do a box and an X, and that's going to be really hard to see because I was extra careful to use black thread on my black strap, so you can barely see it. It's not perfect, but nobody sees that except me, so I don't really care. And this side the same. I didn't even trim my thread, it looks like. I do a box and then an X. And a trick with this, if you feel like you can't freehand that very well, is just take some chalk and draw it in really carefully. You can use a little 2.5-inch square ruler, and you can get it really nice with your chalk and then sew right on your lines. But also, don't be too uptight, because if you're using a matching thread with your strap, it's very difficult to see. I mean, who's going to look at your bag and go, that square and X isn't perfect? Well, I'm not going to, and if they do, they shouldn't be your friend. So here is my sample where I quadruple thicknessed the vinyl. Hi, Faith. And then I was experimenting sewing the strap on here. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to do it both ways. If you're using a vinyl of mine that has more structure and body, meaning it's a little stiffer or thicker, you may not need to use interfacing at all, okay? This bag This is not a thick vinyl at all. Geo is almost like sewing cork. It's quite thin, but it has enough structure to just stand up. So this bag does not have any interfacing in it. No joke. No joke. I'll take out my air bubbles. That's how I store it up there for viewing in the shop. I have some Libs Elliot quilting cotton in there, which is like purple eyes. And this bag just stands up perfectly. I'm about to sneeze. Thank you. Now, another way you can attach my sewable leather straps are with rivets. And I'm going to do another demo with this coming up. I'm pretty sure I have a short video doing my rivets, or maybe it was my snaps, because I use a snap press and I have a rivet press. Now you can buy one press that will do both things. You just change out your dies. At the time, I was production sewing bags, so I needed to move quickly and efficiently, so I have two presses. And I do love rivets on my bags as well. You don't need to do anything special. You can just put the rivet through. As long as you have some interfacing in your bag on the fabric or the vinyl, it's going to connect and hold. What you have to be careful with rivets is that your post is not too long or too short. So a sweet spot for me is buying the 8mm long posts, the 8mm long. It's not long, it's not extra long, it's just regular is how I see it online. 8mm tall. And then the heads, I like the heads to be 12mm, and that's personal preference. I see a lot of really small head rivets online for sale, but I just don't have as much luck with setting those. I think they're harder, honestly. Yep. Would you sew them in and use a rivet? Sure. You can do both. You can absolutely do both. You just would want to make sure that you're not sewing really densely and then also a rivet, because that could probably cause some perforation. But I think you'll be fine. Yeah, give the Santorini a try without the pockets. Yeah, you can leave this zipper pocket off. See on this side, I didn't have the energy to do pockets. So I did one zipper pocket on the outside, and then I just did one zipper pocket on the inside. And I balanced it. See how I did that? So on this side on the outside, and on this side on the inside, so that if I fill the pockets with stuff, the bag is still balanced. It's just little stuff you pick up the more you sew. All right, let's get into this. I just updated the photos for our 1-inch straps. So these are brand new. We have 1 inch now per request. We also have 3/4 inch, which is what you see on these bags. And we have 1.25 inch, which I have on another Santorini tote. Maybe I could grab it. And it's funny to, there we go. This is 1.25 inch. And I did rivets here just because I liked that antique bronze. This is also the purse size, but I did the recessed zipper hack on this one. What Moonglow is that? This is Pomegranate Moonglow, which we're almost out of. We have a huge final order coming in, but it will probably take a little while. So I'm just going to let you know, get your vinyl right now if you were waiting, because our shelves are so empty, aren't they, Ramel?
They're a little lonely.
But you know what? It's all good because we have so much cool stuff coming in.
Right.
Brand new cool stuff, cool stuff, never seen before. Here are my 1-inch straps. Black, dark brown, and light brown. And so far on the photos, I just have the 3 together and they're labeled so you know exactly what you're getting. I do think I restocked the light brown and the other widths too, but I have to check. I can't remember. I bought some jeans at the thrift store the other day because I liked the feel. They were really beaten in, you know. And the waist is just huge, even though everything else fits. Oh, hi, Leanne. And so I'm thinking about making suspenders with these straps. I think that could look pretty motorcycle. Probably have to go with the black. Anywho, Leanne, I'm so jealous. You're in Florida. Anywho, all right, let's get to our demo. Am I chatty Cathy today or what? Okay, so here's some vinyl, the Marble Moonglow vinyl, and I'm going to fold it over and just double it, okay? And I'm going to put a black strap on here. Now, remember, this is just, actually, let me use a smaller piece. This is just for demo purposes. This is just letting you see that I am not doing anything special. I left white thread in my machine so you can see what I'm doing. I am not changing to a different needle. I'm not changing my tension. Nothing is different. And it just loves it. It loves it. Remember to stop with your needle down, lift your foot and turn. That's how you'll get a really nice, precise corner there. See how easy that is, you guys? I'm not doing anything special. And there it is. The stitches are straight. Everything looks good. You can see it on the back. Now remember, I would change the bobbin also to a dark if I was using a dark vinyl, but it just loves it. Now, check it out. I'm going to quadruple. So this is 4 layers of vinyl. You know how thick that is? It's pretty thick. I'm not going to do anything different. I'm just going to show you that when I start a little slower. I don't sew quite as fast because I'm trying to be careful. But there's nothing, look, it just grabs it itself. Nothing different. Okay? Yep. 4 layers of vinyl and a leather strap. That's what I mean by these are sewable. They have a really nice suede backing that some people have chosen to be the outside. But this is actually the outside. It just, you know, there are no rules. Like always, you got to do you. Experiment, learn through that experimentation. So let's see here. Because these are real bovine leather, sometimes there will be, not often, but sometimes there are colorations. See that right there? Just faintly. And I just want you to appreciate it because it is real leather. This is not faux leather. By the way, I had a question about faux leather versus vegan leather versus vinyl.
You do have a question.
Okay. What size needle are you using? Great question, Michelle. I'm using a size 80-12, and this is a universal needle. Same ones that I sell in the shop, the Schmetz Chrome Universal 80-12. I love that needle. I don't often use the larger 90 needle because it does punch a bigger hole. How color fast is the black? I've never had an issue with the black. If you mean bleeding or something, I've never ever had an issue with it. And I handle these a lot, and it doesn't come off on my hands. So the reason I have these more natural colors is because when I tried some dye-lot leather straps, I did have some color bleed. So I do not sell it. Is the vinyl you sew waterproof? So funny enough, no vinyl is actually 100% waterproof. It is water resistant, and the plastic kind you can wipe off, but it doesn't mean that if you submerge it in the Pacific Ocean, no water will get in, because it does have tiny microscopic pores. So it is a misconception. This is wipeable, if that's what you mean. And what I did want to say about vinyl versus faux leather, it's the same. It's really just a marketing technique. I like to use faux leather on the ones that I could possibly mistake for being real leather, because I'm not a Michelin star leather person. I don't know what that is. Some faux leathers look so great, I think it's leather. And so those are what I think the most time people tend to call faux leather. However, I've seen a lot of uptick in people calling vinyl faux leather just because the name vinyl has a bad connotation with polyvinyl chloride. Hate to tell you, but it's in cork, in the glues, it's in all your vinyls, in boats and theater seats and everywhere you look. So you're not getting away from it. Faux leather is vinyl, vinyl is faux leather. Uh, as, as far as vegan leather, that is supposed to be a faux leather made without any animal byproducts, which means the glues. So I don't think people adhere to that, but that is technically what it's supposed to mean. Where do you get the cute stickers on your machines? All over the place, but who cares? Live your life. That's a Seems Funny podcast sticker that I have on there. And sometimes I get them in orders that I place. Sometimes I design them. I'm sending out a bunch of stickers. In case you guys miss my Instagram reel, I have 4 different designs that I'm putting in orders. And one of them says, what does it say? Something like, it's better than you think. And don't panic. It's better than you think.
Yep.
And that's not about the order. It's about whatever you're sewing. I wanted that on your machine. Mine's going to be on my machine. Because, you know, a lot of times when you're sewing things, you start to feel like it's not turning out well and it's not good until you just get it all done. Maybe you even need to put it away for a month and then look at it a month later. No kidding. I often have to do that. Okay, let's bring it. Is that your Santorini tote in that black and colored vinyl? This one, Deb? So Terry? Yes, this is Santorini tote, purse size. Yep. The Santorini tote can look so many different ways. That's why I love it. All the hacks that I've, explored on the blog, all the different things you can do, playing with size, playing with materials. You can make an excellent Santorini out of all fabric. I have an all clear Santorini that's been up since 2016, that tutorial. Look, check out this Santorini. This is a Santorini from scraps. It's the large, and I just improv scrap pieced and left off the zipper pockets because I wanted this to shine for itself. And so, it's really fun playing with Santorini. You know, you can scrap bust a ton of fabric making these bags, and everybody can use this. My daughters use them for their piano bags. I have one in my car filled with emergency supplies in case we get stuck in a ditch for 24 hours. We won't perish. I have them everywhere. I have them in my bathroom cabinet holding medicines. It's just crazy.
Got another question from Faith.
All right.
Regarding the waterproof.
Would you wash it? I don't typically wash my bags because if it needs a wash, then I'm just going to make a new one. But you can wash pretty much every vinyl that I sell as long as you use it on a cool temperature in your machine. And I recommend for vinyl that you let it air dry. Just sit it out and let it air dry. And pull the lining out so it can be like, spread out and air dry. Now, my soft vinyl, which is that crackly metallic soft vinyl, that you can put in the dryer without a problem. Again, just use cool temps to be safe. All right?
Commenting on the stickers.
Oh, the stickers?
Yeah, the ones that we've been getting.
Elizabeth, I was wondering if you were here. Cat Funk, go-to bag, yes. Oh yeah, Betty M made a super mini Santorini, as did Erin, so Erin Joe, and they're so cute. So I really encourage you guys to play with it. Hi, Kathy. You don't need to ask anyone's permission to play with a pattern, okay? Feel free.
Ooh,
Do you?
Donna.
Please do a demo of the metal zipper ends someday. Oh, good idea, Donna. I'm going to write that down. Maybe I could go improv and do that. Donna, metal zipper ends. Yeah. I shall. Michelle, let's put that on the list. Maybe that can be next week. with something else because that would be pretty quick. Okay, so oh yeah, let's do it. Is watermelon more pink or more red? Deidre, I would say it's, oh, I'm going to call it more pink. Anyone else want to chime in? I would say this is not red. I do have red vinyl on the way. Huh? Remember? It's just not here yet, but it should be soon.
Perfect beach bags in the front of your vinyls.
Yes, exactly, Leanne. I hope you have 25. If not, I'll send you some of mine because I have 25. Oh, I have to tell you guys, I know you've been asking me to bring back the clear color vinyls. I've got something better arriving, and it sews even easier, and I have seen it called jelly vinyl on various places, and I had a long conversation with my supplier, and I got it so that you don't even need a Teflon foot. It's amazing. So that'll be coming soon. I may put up some pre-orders because I ordered a lot, but I think it's going to fly. It is amazing. Super mini Santorini, how big is that? Donna, you could do it like start out like 15 wide, 12 high. I like to tell people don't make it a perfect square because after you box your corners, it's going to look weird. So always keep it a little wider than tall. But yeah, try that out.
Natalie has a question.
Okie doke. Sorry about that. What is the size of the Santorini you kit? Our kits, that is for the purse size. Yes. All right. And we've only got a few of those, so grab one if you want one. Okay, so next up, Michelle Graham did a tutorial on the Betty Bow bag. Of course, I did not bring that out here. Darn it. I might have taken it home because I had to take new pictures. But the Betty Bow bag is a really nice size. Oh, I have it right there, Michelle. Ramel.
What do you want me to do?
Will you just toss me that cork one? Because I could show that in case they're not familiar. Michelle did an all vinyl Betty Bow bag,
Oh,
but she hacked it with a crossbody strap.
which one? Oh, this one.
Just throw it at me. Thank you. So she did the smaller size. There's two sizes in this pattern. And she added the crossbody strap because I said, we are getting a lot of requests for this. Can you do this? She did. She did a full video for you. She made it with Moonglow vinyl. The link is right there, and I'll put it up for you. If you could be a dear and watch it and subscribe to her channel, that I would really appreciate that. She works super hard to share her bag making information, and I'm very grateful for it because we all can learn something, right? So that is in there. And if you watch that video, there is a coupon code for that pattern for the weekend, I think. Is that how long it lasts, Michelle? Okay. So yay. Thank you, Michelle, and happy birthday, Michaela. That all came about because Michelle made that as a gift for her daughter, who just turned 18, which is amazing. To be 18 again. All right, where to find free patterns. So this was a question. Thanks, Terry. A question we've been getting a lot of when people sign up for the emails is where are the free patterns? And just so you know, there's an automatic flow that we kind of bring you through gently. And at first, you'll get a link to a free PDF. And then a couple days later, it drips out so that you're not inundated with emails from me. And eventually what you'll see is a button that says free pattern folder. And you can click that and it will take you to my Google Drive where I have everything sitting there that is 100% free. And Romello and I have discussed moving all that into the classroom, and we'll do that as soon as we get a hot minute, right? But for now, that's where it is. So it's always in my Sunday emails towards the bottom as a clickable button. And I'll post screenshots of that in the group again. I know Michelle did a few weeks ago also. Okay, Santorini tote pattern pieces. So here's the thing about the Santorini tote. It's entry level. Anyone can sew this bag. And part of the beauty is it starts as rectangles. So in the PDF and the printed pattern, I have measure and cut instructions because it's very important if you want to get, or if you want to progress and be better at sewing, the foundation is being able to measure accurately and cut accurately. And I'm going to tell you, invest in good tools for yourself because you're worth it. So get yourself a nice quality acrylic ruler, a nice cutting mat that's big, a nice rotary cutter with fresh blades. Put your blades away after they're out. And use marking tools if you need to. You don't have to buy fancy stuff. You can use chalk, you can use pencil, you can use friction pens if you want, whatever you want to do. But that is the foundation of great sewing. Accurate measurements and cutting, bar none. So, that being said, if you are not confident and want the pattern pieces, you can email us and Michelle will send them to you. help@sewhungryhippie.com. But use that as a last resort. I challenge you to teach yourself to cut and measure accurately because I know you can do it. I know you can do it. All right. We have the new 1/8 inch by Annie sticky tape in the shop now. It's double-sided. That is how I put in my zipper pockets. I was using the Tandy leather one. So you've seen me in my YouTube tutorials how I put the tape and then I add the fabric on top and that holds it while I'm sewing the zipper in. If you don't,
Is that the 1/8 sticky tape?
uh-huh, yep. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, maybe we could link one of my tutorials later.
I put it on the YouTube shopping. So
Okay, you linked the tape. So I have an Instagram reel too where I show it in about 20 seconds, the process. And actually, it was on this bag. So if you want to scroll my Instagram reels, I'm making this bag and I filmed putting in the zipper with sticky tape. I love it. It's what I do. A lot of times if you use pins, it can shift more easily. So thanks, Deb. So anywho, yeah, exactly, Kathy. That I've done that too. And I had to throw it in the trash. So yeah, this stuff is good. Made by Annie, a bag designer. So let's see, I've put in quite a few. Zipper by the foot is yard. Yep. Right, Barbara. I agree. That's why I use zipper, or Lynn, sorry. That's why I use zipper by the yard too. Always, Jill. Welcome. Okay, so we got that. Oh, the tape from last Friday's session where we did Frankenfoam. This tape that will hold your scraps together is in the store. It's in there.
which one? Is that different from the 1/8?
I think I call it batting tape. Yeah, it's different. So if you didn't see last Friday's session, it's worth a quick, you can watch it on double speed, but it was putting the scrap pieces of foam together and then using this tape to seal them so that you can use all your materials up and you're not having to buy and buy and buy. Anything to be thriftier. Do you have it there, Ramel?
I painted on YouTube.
Sweet. Okay, I restocked Tula's glittery water-filled journals. I could only get a few, so I think once these are gone, they might be gone. So if you want one, these, I think they're around 15 bucks. So cheap if you ask me. Journals right now are super expensive. This one has glitter that floats around in water. So it's super fun. And the design is sewing shears and, you know, typical Tula amazingness and polka dots on the back. If nothing else, you could write your amazing sewing ideas in here. Or little notes to yourself, like self, use double-sided tape when making a zipper pocket. Somebody asked about navy moonglow vinyl. I think it was this morning. And unfortunately, the fabric you were asking me to match it with is now sold out. So I can't do a matchup, but if you already have the Curio Goldfish in Galaxy, it does match the navy. Ramel, do you want to hand me the Galaxy Curio perfume bottles right there in front of you?
This is cute. This one?
Yeah.
That looks really cute.
So I'll just show you. Sometimes photos Just depends on the lighting or the camera's mood, if you will. This is Galaxy, Colorway, Curio, and Navy, and even on camera there it looks a little lighter, but I think it works. Navy is navy, and this is not like green navy or anything. It looks good. So, oh, Flower Power is in. I showed this on Wednesday, but I'm going to grab a quick bolt because it's going quickly. So if you want any of this, grab it now. This was designed by Marsha, right? Marsha Brady? Wasn't she the one with the long hair? Yeah. I forget names, but yeah, Maureen McCormick, who was the Brady Bunch kid with the long blonde hair, she designed this fabric line, aptly named Flower Power. So we've got the whole collection in, and it looks like it's going quickly. So wanted to mention that. Anything else I need to take care of? I covered my list. Can you think of anything, Ramon? I feel like I'm spitting today. Oh yeah, winner. We need a winner. Beth. Yay, Beth. Thank you for watching. And if you could email Natalie at sohungryhippie.com, we'll get your prize out to you fast. Awesome. Well, you guys, we were hit by a big old snowstorm, so we're going to shovel our home out and hope that you have good weather where you are or are staying cozy. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you being here. I'll see you next week, and be looking for the Sunday email because there might be something in it this weekend. All right. Bye.